some of the ships waiting to transit through the Panama Canal today. To the right is the old canal, to the left is the canal that's new. That's the one we'll be taking. Well, we're back on the Emerald Princess and we're transiting the Panama Canal. We started at the Atlantic side, we're going to the Pacific side. We're working our way through the three locks, the Agua Clara, and we've done 1.5. I'll let you see that in fast motion since it took about over an hour to do. You'll see it in about 40 seconds. Enjoy. The water level in Lock 1 has been lowered to be equal to the Atlantic Ocean height. The door is opened and the ship is allowed to move into the lock. After the ship is positioned in Lock 1, the aft door is closed and then water is entered into the lock to lift the boat up to the same level as lock number 2, which is about 30 feet. The forward door is then opened and the ship is allowed to transition to the next lock, number 2, where the process is going to be repeated. This view is from the back of the ship. The front lock has been opened and the ship is allowed to transition into lock number 3. Once inside the lock, the aft door is closed and then water is entered into the lock to raise the level to the level of the lake. Okay, so you just watched the video of us transitioning from lock number 2 to lock number 3 at the Agua Clara locks. Now we're at the lake level, Gatun Lake, which is a man-made lake. That'll take us about 50 miles over to the Pacific area where we'll transition through the other 3 locks there to the Pacific Ocean. We're in the part of the Panama Canal that they had to do a lot of digging. It's very narrow. You can see the shorelines right next to the boat. So sometimes it feels like you're almost on a river cruise instead of an ocean liner cruise. It's kind of different feeling. We're now at the Pacific Ocean locks, and I'll be showing you some closer up views of what goes on to transition. Here we're at the holding area, and we've been told that we're cleared to enter into the first lock. Here we are entering the lock. Once we're inside the lock, the aft door is closed to allow them to drain the water in the lock to get us down to the same level as the second lock. Now that we're down to the level of the second lock, the forward door is opened, and the ship will transition into the second lock. In this view, we're in the second lock. There's another boat or ship that wants to move into the first lock, so they've raised his water level. They open his gate, he moves into the first lock, we move from the second lock into the third lock. Well, thanks for watching our transit of the Panama Canal. It took about 14 hours from the Atlantic when the pilot got on board until the time that we let the pilot off. On the Pacific side is what the length is going to turn out to be. Another question people might ask is, how much does it cost for Princess Cruise Line to go through the Panama Canal? We were told that it cost them around $490,000 to transit the canal. The most expensive boat that ever transited the canal paid $1.2 million. And that was a big cruise container ship, kind of like the one behind us. We're told it's the sister ship to the one that had the highest bill. Anyway, not cheap. Thanks for watching.